Hello and welcome back to the Atlas Readings. This is your host, Fran Eden, um, coming to you from the Bungalow of Eternal Carnage. This is let me see if I can figure out how to say words for a second, actually. Mirana, Monkey King, Morphling, Muerta, Naga, Siren are our readings today. So without further ado, Mirana.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
The lotus flowers, floating atop a tranquil pool deep in the night silver woods, glow silver in the light of two fat, low-slung, partially sharded moons. Beautiful, no? A voice snaps me out of the state of reverie I had not known I was in. Startled, I whirl around to see face, Princess of the Moon. Her regal bearing doesn't offset the unease I feel, mostly over the large cat skulking between the trees behind her. Those flowers belong to my goddess, Salamene. You may look, but not touch, warns the princess. I knew the story, but I didn't dare interrupt. So if you're thinking of taking one, her voice echoes faintly. A small, sturdy young woman appears from behind a copse of trees to my left and adds an ominous whistle. I'm only here to speak with you, I offer, bowing deeply. She tuts at my display. Such gestures are reserved for Salamene, Mirana murmurs in reverence. These woods are hers, but I am their keeper. I ask why she gave up a life as the next heir of the solar throne to serve another. She seems to find the question silly. Castles and crowns are mere trinkets, she says. And then she gestures to her feline and human consorts. We serve a higher calling. Good kind.
Meow.
I think I got her mixed up with Luna accent-wise initially.
I devoted my life to studying the
I
stars.
devoted
for
my
this.
life to studying the stars for this.
Perhaps a challenge at last.
Monkey King, a.k.a. Sun Wukong, a.k.a. Great Sage over Heaven. Let's go. While the gods have boundless power, they are not blessed with limitless patience. Not that Sun Wukong cared. For the Monkey King, creating chaos was its own reward, one for which he had paid his debt. I had hoped to ask him about his penance, half a millennium pinned under a mountain after he annoyed the gods a little too much, but Sun Wukong was even slippier than the stories implied. A glimpse of him nestled between leafy branches atop a tall tree, then a sighting of him gamboling across a forest lay before completely vanishing into a tiny copse of trees that I swear hadn't been there a moment earlier. Was it all an illusion? A delusion? And always, an army of damned monkeys hooting and hollering and grabbing at my notes, stealing my god's damned pencils before bounding off. At least they refrained from throwing feces, except that one. And I think he only did it because he knew it bothered me. It was frankly exhausting, and just after a few days in the field, I had to admit I was beaten. If the Monkey King exasperated the divine, what hope did I have? Good kind.
My waters rise.
Wet. Morphling. The mayor will see you now, the assistant rasps, pointing at an oak door on the north side of the sitting room where I'd been waiting. The small village of Rosaneath was the last to report a sighting of the enigmatic, the mysterious being only known as Morphling. It was sparsely populated. I never saw more than one person at a time. I walked through the door into a lavender-scented room as the mayor enters her chamber from another door to the east. We shake hands, hers is sweaty. Don't ask too many questions about Morphling, she warns in a surprisingly low voice. The creature had arrived days ago and was instantly attacked by fearful villagers. He defended himself, but was careful to do no harm. The mayor says eventually they realized he meant no harm and stopped fighting. Water under the bridge, the mayor says. Now I have other business to attend to. She makes her way back towards the door which she had entered. She opened it, and I see bodies inside. Dozens of them, bloated and drowned. The mayor's face shimmers into my horror, transforms into my own. Good kind.
Muerta.
That's fucking terrifying. Muerta. The owner of the dilapidated Sunbleach Inn mopped his brow. Even in the shade provided by the empty establishment standing alone in the middle of the desolate, dusty plains, it was scorching hot. She came from the old town called Skirm, which used to stand just over yonder. She was just a young'un. Bandits used to frequent these parts, real mean types, robbed every town for miles around, gunned her down in cold blood, killed their kin too. He poured us each another shot of some smoky liquid that burned my throat, but loosened his tongue. So long as he kept talking, I'd keep choking it down. And then, well, no one knows what for sure. He glanced furtively around before continuing. But I hear she beat Death himself. She's looking for payback against them who had done her wrong. He mopped his brow again. This time it wasn't due to the heat. He was pale as a ghost. Them bandits were a ruthless, vicious bunch, he whispered hoarsely. Gods, I pity him. Good kind.
I sing the siren song of war.
Naga Siren. The arid, scintillant wastes are an odd place to find a pirate, but that was where my sources told me I'd locate the flinty old sea dog, Grimstock. I found him laughing heartily at a table, groaning under the weight of empty steins, in a seedy tavern called the Camel's Head on the outskirts of Qualden. But when I asked about her, he sobered instantly. I was guarding the hold of the ship, the Red Cutlass, when I hears this piercing wail, he recounted. I just froze, I fear, but 'twas more than that, and she shows up. She slithers past me, looks me right in the eye with a hate I ain't seen the likes of before or since. Goes through our spoils, checking out every cup, grail, and chalice. Guess she doesn't find what she's looking for, because she slides noiselessly back into the sea. He trembled. He says his crewmates had been frozen as he was. He doesn't know what became of them. All I know is I ain't going anywhere near the water ever again. Good kind. And that, I've lost my place, is our 5 for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night.